Hello everyone! Today, we're going to explore some fundamentals of chemistry, the law of definite composition, the law of multiple proportions, and the law of conservation of mass. That's right! These laws help us understand how elements combine to form compounds and how matter behaves during chemical reactions. Now, let's get started with the law of definite composition. The law of definite composition states that a chemical compound contains elements in a fixed ratio by mass. Water or H2 will always consist of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atoms irrespective of where it comes from. This means that the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen in water is always the same. So whenever you have a pure water, it is always made of 11.2% of hydrogen and 88.8% of oxygen, no matter the source. Now, let's move on to the law of multiple proportions. This law tells us that when 2 elements can form different compounds, the masses of one element that combine with the fixed mass of the other will be in a simple whole number ratios. For example, carbon and oxygen can form carbon monoxide or CO and carbon dioxide or CO2. If we take 12 grams of carbon and 16 grams of oxygen, it creates CO. But to create CO2, it needs 32 grams of oxygen. So, the ratio of oxygen in those compounds is 16:32, which simplifies 1:2. This law illustrates how elements combine in specific and predictable ways. Finally, we have the law of conservation of mass. It states that in a chemical reaction, mass cannot be destroyed or created. It only changes form. Exactly. Take burning wood as an example. When wood burns, it turns into ash, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. The total mass of these products equals the mass of the original wood plus the oxygen it reacted with. So if you measured the mass of the wood before and the total mass of ash and gases after burning, you would find that they are equal. This concept is essential in chemistry as it helps us account for all the matter involved in reactions. To wrap up, the law of definite composition tells us about fixed ratios in compounds. The law of multiple proportions explains how elements combine in different ways. And the law of conservation of mass reminds us that matter is never lost in chemical reactions.